How you doing, guys? Welcome back. This video is devoted to dimensions and adding the measurements on that you use to design something so you can communicate that information with the world. Like, generally speaking, if this were something cut out of a metal, they'd be using a machine to maybe laser cut or CNC cut this out, and they need all this information to make that part. So in AutoCAD, it's actually pretty technical to add measurements, and you've got to master a couple of things. First things first, if you have any line tools or anything else selected, like you see that down here in the command line, you hit escape until there's nothing there, and so you can start to type the menu control, DIMSTY, and that's going to be your dimension style menu here that'll come up. This is a preview of what the dimensions would currently look like. I've already made some changes, so you're going to make the same changes as me. Modify, go to your symbols and arrows menu. Your arrow size is going to be 2.5. I'm sorry, 5 from the beginning. Again, like what would happen if I hit OK, it's going to give me this preview of what that would look like. Sorry, I shouldn't have even done that. Just change this, highlight it, change it to 10. Text. This is also going to say 2.5 right here. Highlight it, change it to 10. Text alignment. You can see this is aligned with the dimension line. Would flip these and make the measurements go vertical on you when you're going upwards. If you go horizontal, it keeps everything much easier to read. And then everything else you can leave alone. So then step 2 is when you're dimensioning and you put a measurement on a line, it can go anywhere. So what you want to do is make a place marker for yourself. And the easiest way to generally do that is to learn how to use the offset tool. This right here, if you hover over it, it'll say offset. It takes a second to learn how to do this because it's a 3-click process. You've got to click on one end of something, another end of something, and then the object itself, and then it's going to allow you to push it in either direction. And for my standard here, hit 25 millimeters. Whoa, I lost it. Sorry about that. Do that one more time. Offset. Click. Click. And then there it is. It's going downward. I might have just missed it there. Type in 25, enter. And that's just going to be a reference line. That's not going to be anything other than when we now add dimensions, it's going to be like this. You click on, zoom in, click on one end of the line that you're dimensioning, make sure you click on the other end of the line, and then just click on the end of this offset line as your distance for the measurements to all go. So then you can do this here. Click on endpoint, endpoint, and match the measurements. That is going to nicely and neatly align them so you look professional. Alright, whoop. This is really only necessary where you have a chain of measurements, or like along the top here. I would do the same thing if you have like a single vertical measurement on the side. I'm okay with you placing it as long as you get into a situation where you're neatly placing it. Let's say you misplace it, you can click on these measurements and you can grab these anchor points and you can pull them and push them and readjust where they go. I just hit escape, hit enter there. These usually you want at a consistent 45-degree angle. You just do it that way to set it up and make everything like repeatedly understandable. so you have consistency and it looks nice. Alright, again, I'm going to offset on top, click, click. Third one is where it finally starts to work. Type in 25 and then you can just use your dimensions. There's actually not a dimension right there. We're here. Oh, these on the drawing itself, there are measurements where they place or show you the placement of this. So you click that center point of that circle, click an edge, and do that. I'm going to do this here for those measurements. Theoretically, this is one of those things, like I put this 150 in here. I'm going to hit escape until I have nothing else selected, and then carefully go in here, grab that, delete it. It's actually too much information because I get this dimension on. Goes against some dimensioning standards in this drawing. But, okay, say you want to place or find the placement of this. Escape, dimension. Same thing here. They also gave the placement from here to here in the drawing. Click it differently. I forget how to change that. That's okay. That's enough. We're also going to just take a minute and get into this annotation standard, text height. This is the same situation. You can match the text height that you used, or make it a little bit bigger, maybe 16, to put your name on this and your period on this. So I'd be like, whoop. Sorry, I just typed that in up here. I need to just click back down here. What? There it goes. Oh, that's right. I guess this is a different size control, so let's half that. Go with 8 there. Forgot about the numbering change. And then, whoop. It's still going into the 16s. 8. And then 1 or whatever class you're in. Oh, look at that. I was just doing it for the preview. I haven't done this in a minute. This is, you grab it from this point right there if you need to move the text. This just stretches out the length of the text box. So anyway, yeah, I would say, oh, and then also double clicking on your font or your text that you just add in when you do this will bring it back up. And yeah, definitely make this 10 a little bit larger so it fits in, and then you can screenshot and turn this in. And this is what you're going to do with all of these. You're going to end up having a name on it. You're going to have the dimensions on it. For the screenshot, remember it's just Windows Shift S. I don't want to leave that like that. I got to hit escape and get my name right. There we go. Windows Shift S. students specifically, that's when you can go into your slides and just paste. Let's just do this like this for fun. Duplicate the slide, wipe that out, make an AutoCAD 1x1 slide on your slides. And for the other classes in the school that are doing websites, you're going on Google Sites. Good luck. I'll see you for 1.2.